If you were to do it in France, it would be allez, 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 allez.
Yeah.
And if you were to do it in Spain, it would be venga, venga, venga.
Vamos, vamos, vamos.
Vamos. If you did it in Belgium, it would just be hop, 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 hop. Hop, 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 hop. We today are at peak performance with Alex, this lovely man.
Hello.
Alex is a former professional footballer, and now still I would class him as a professional footballer. But he wouldn't class himself as one. He's one of the owners of this amazing facility, which is just down the road from where I live. He also is really, really freaking good at high rocks and came second in his age group in London, which is no mean feat.
Tough day, that.
Well, yeah, it was a tough day, wasn't it, right?
Yeah.
I realised as I've got older, because I'm 10 years older than this lovely man, that my body needs to be taken better care of. And Alex has helped me in looking after myself in more of a strength and conditioning sense than what I would traditionally do as someone that cycles. Cyclists always forget this stuff. So we're going to run through 5 beginner exercises that you could do at home that will help you be a better overall, stronger person.
Yeah, I'd say you've been training with me now for...
Year and a bit?
Yeah, a year and a bit. Probably just after we just first opened, wasn't it? Mm. And Chris came to me with like, you were struggling a little bit with your back. You just picked up a few injuries in the past couple of years, hadn't you? So you just wanted to make yourself a little bit more robust and stuff, and touch wood.
Been all right.
You've been all right, haven't you, since?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just gonna go through 5 basic exercises that anyone could do. You could probably do most of them from home as well, for people who haven't got access to a gym. So yeah, 5 basic exercises hitting all the areas that cycling probably neglects. Obviously cycling is a very quad dominant sport, but you need to look after everything else alongside that. Make yourself robust to injuries, I think is the main thing that cyclists want, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll go through them.
Oh, just a heads up, I'm really tired today.
Yeah.
Tough day yesterday.
Yeah, tough day.
Excuses.
Tough day. It was a tough day yesterday.
Right, number 1, first one we're going to go through is just a basic squat. We're going to start with these body weight, and then we're going to progress it onto a little bit of weight. Again, this is something you can do at home. Dead easy exercise. The reason we're doing this is because a lot of cyclists suffer with knee injuries and pain in the knees. So obviously quad dominant sport, we need to look at the other muscles around the knees and strengthen those up, like the hamstrings and the glutes, which the squat hits all those 3 main muscle groups. So great way to start is to use either a chair or some sort of platform to squat down to, just to make sure you've got decent depth. Set your feet up just over shoulder width apart. You want to try and keep your chest up as best you can. Keep it nice and controlled on the way down and back up. Nice and powerful. Nice and controlled on the way down, powerful on the way up. Chris, would you like to show us a few squats?
No.
So keeping that chest up, feet just over shoulder width apart.
Oh! Did you hear that click?
So you can't get up now.
I felt like your spine went.
That hurt! Oh. So I can squat.
Yes. So that's good form. It's keeping controlled on the way down, powerful on the way back up. Right, to progress this a little bit, I'm just going to add some weight. So I want Chris to be holding this, so it keeps him in that position, keeping his chest up and putting all that strain through the legs. There you go, mate. Okay, set yourself up. That's it. Same thing. Perfect.
There's a click.
That's another click. Keeping that back nice and straight. Good. Knees going over the toes. Perfect. Perfect. Nice. That's good.
I like this one.
Number 2 is going to be another leg exercise, but this time we're focusing more on the posterior chain, so the hamstrings and the glutes, whereas the squat focuses more on the quads. We're going to start with the kettlebell and we're going to progress onto using the trap bar, hopefully, if people have access to those. So instead of squatting and keeping your chest up like we did before, you want to think about being a hinge movement. So coming over with the hips, chest pointing at the ground, slight bend in the legs, pushing your bum backwards. And then in there, you should already feel that stretch in the hamstrings and the glutes. And then you're just gonna pop up and back down, keeping that back nice and straight. Really feeling that in the back of the legs. Just like that. So Chris, would you like to have a little go at those? That's it. So feet a little bit narrower, mate. And then really push this down. So really stick your bum out backwards. That's it. Perfect. That's it, good. So as you can see, a little bit different position from the squat, more hinging over, still a slight bend in the legs, pushing that bum backwards.
Picking up the shopping.
Perfect. Put that down, mate. Chris's weekly bath. So another form of this you can do, which is a little bit more advanced if you've got access to one of these. This is a trap bar. So this is a really good way of progressing from a kettlebell, also keeping it nice and safe. Again, feet facing forwards, take your hands down to these grips, exactly the same position, bum push back, slight bend in the legs, back nice and straight, and you just want to be nice and tensed up and just drive up and back down the way you come. Again, really feeling that in the back of the legs, back down to that position, okay?
I like this one. I like it because it looks impressive.
Yeah.
Oh God, my legs are so sore.
Let's do that bum back, that's it, great position, good. That's it, nice and tensed up before you lift, so it's nice and smooth. 3, good. Go for 3 more. 4, perfect. Nice, good. Number 3 is going to be an inverted row. So we've been through a squat movement, a hinge movement, both leg based. This is going to be more upper body based. So you're going to bring yourself underneath the bar, set your hands up just over shoulder width apart. You're going to try and lie as flat as you can with your legs extended. And then from there, pull yourself up to the bar and back down. A way you can make this a little bit easier is just moving your feet closer to your bum. So that makes it a little bit easier to get up to that bar, but you want to be pulling yourself from that lying position all the way up to the bar. Chris, do you want to have a go? Perfect, good. Little pause at the top and back down. If it gets a bit tough, you just move your feet a little bit closer to your bum.
I don't like this one.
That's good. And then just do one with your feet a bit closer just to show
Like that?
how much easier it is. There you go. Not much.
That's definitely easier.
Yeah. That's good.
Click.
There you go, perfect.
No more jack.
So number 4, what we're going to do is another leg exercise. Again, this is an area a lot of cyclists have trouble with, is the Achilles and Achilles tendinopathy. We want to really strengthen up the calf and the soleus, which all keeps that area nice and strong, hopefully keeps you injury free. So the way we're going to do that, it's going to be a seated calf raise. So just find yourself a seat, and all it's going to be is one leg at a time. So obviously that's going to feel really easy with no weight added. So just to make it a little bit difficult, pop a weight on the top of the thigh, just up, nice squeeze at the top and back down. And then you'll obviously swap legs and do the same on that leg. Chris, you want to have a go? That's it.
Half on my...
That's about right, that's perfect. Let's do a proper one now. Good, so nice and high as you can, and then get that squeeze at the top, perfect. You see all the muscles in the back of Chris's calf there really having to work. So it's just targeting all the areas around the knees, around the Achilles, just to keep you nice and injury free. That'll do, perfect. Number 5, what we're going to do is a core-based exercise. Now, a lot of people, when they think of their core, they just think of your abs here, so the front of your core, but what we really want to focus on is the whole sort of trunk of your core, so all the way around to here, having a nice, strong, stable core. A lot of the exercises we've done already will engage your core. People don't realise, like a squat and a deadlift really does engage your core. You're having to use those muscles to get from that position to there, but this is just going to completely focus on the core. Everyone's favourite exercise, the longest minute of your life, the plank. So you want to set yourself up, feet about shoulder width apart. This position, you want that bum down, nice straight position, and just holding that position. Now it feels nice and easy to start with, but it's going to start to burn. It's just keeping that control, focusing on your breathing, and just holding that position. You probably want to do 3 sets of 1 minute with a minute's rest in between. That's a good way to start, and then you can obviously build up the time as you progress. You can also add some weight to it onto your back if you need to just to make it that little bit tougher. But yeah, Chris, should we have a go at a minute? You might get your face licked. That's it, so that's a good position. Nice straight line all the way from his head down to his feet. And yeah, should we do a minute?
I thought you were already timing.
Yeah, don't worry, that's 10 seconds. And then, like I say, if you want to progress it a little bit, sorry, Chris.
Like, how much is that?
Just 10 kilos.
Just 10 kilos.
That's 30 seconds, mate.
10 bags of sugar.
No, come here.
This is the real workout.
Good, keep holding that position. Focus on the breathing.
Focus on the dog.
Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Perfect, mate, that was good. So all the exercises we've just done, one thing I didn't mention is sort of like the reps and how many sets you should be doing of stuff. So to start with, when you're getting used to the exercises and you've got used to the form and the movement of the exercise, you want to be looking at about 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps, just to make sure you're getting some good volume in and you're really working those muscles. And then the plank at the end, like 3 sets of 1 minute with a minute's rest in between is perfect. Make sure you're taking your rest in between, a minute and a half. That's what we're good at, isn't it? We normally have a chat for a good 5 minutes in between exercises. You get a nice rest.
Vent about something.
Yeah. Obviously, as part of this video, I'm a personal trainer. I train Chris in person, but I also offer online training plans. I've recently come up with a cycling-specific training plan where people can join me as an online client. We have our own app where everything's tracked, everything's progressive, and you work through with me as your online trainer. If you get in touch with Chris and you're interested in training online with me as a client, then I'll give you a 20% discount if you quote, what should we say, Chris Hall?
Sucks.
Yeah, something like that. If you come to me and you use Chris's name, I'll give you 20% discount on the online training plan and look forward to working together.
So that is 5 beginner exercises to help you become a better, stronger, all-round good person. Sorry, I'm distracted by a dog. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll make Alex reply to them or get back to you in some way. If you want to follow the gym on social media, it is peak.performancegym.
Yeah, correct.
On Instagram. I'll put a link in the description as well. Cheers.
Well.
S2020.